Our next contestant, Destiny Cheeks.
Can you imagine everything being taken away from you in a split second? A dream that you were trying to complete before you died. Could you be satisfied with a simple, unfulfilled dream? Martin Luther King Jr. delivered a speech at Ebenezer Baptist Church, March 8, 1968. During the speech, he shared the reality of his life. He told people what he thought about himself and how he would like others to see him. He said, "I am a good man, but I am a sinner like a lot of God's children, but I would like to be a good man." He didn't want people to look at him as if he were a saint, because he too had flaws and unfulfilled dreams. Dr. King's unfulfilled dreams speech came from the 8th chapter of the 1 Kings, sometimes overlooked. To summarize, David was a great king who had a dream to build a temple for God. This dream was not going to be able to be fulfilled, and God told David. But God blessed David anyway, because he has had the heart and mind set to build this great temple. Another person with an unfulfilled dream was Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi's dream was to have independence for his nation, which became a reality through years and years of hard work. The British government had exploited economically, segregated, humiliated, and dominated the Indian people for years. He wanted to unite his country and to have a better future, but he was assassinated before he could. His dream to unite the country became even more unfulfilled because India and Pakistan split the nation into two because of the conflict between the Hindus and the Muslims. Martin Luther King used the philosophy of Gandhi, which was to approach all social problems with nonviolence. Dr. King stuck to this philosophy, even when people tried to stop his peaceful protests or said that he should fight instead of being peaceful. Dr. King started to protest and boycott at the age of 26 years old. His first act of peace was boycotting the segregated buses in the year of 1965. 1 year later, his house had been bombed, but he did not stop there. In the mid-1960s, he had an opposition on the Vietnam War, which promoted white activists to switch to anti-activities. This angered President Johnson. This was one thing that in his time was one of the biggest things you could do to convince people of different races to join your side, because segregation was a big problem back in the 1960s. 1965, Dr. King's famous march from Selma to Montgomery took place. In this peaceful march, police beat and tear gassed marchers. His dream was to have a peaceful world without violence. Yet here today, in Murder Town, USA, people are killed multiple times a year, which sometimes strikes fears into others because they have themselves and loved ones to worry about. This town is Wilmington, Delaware. Within the last year, there has been 131 incidents and 26 people killed. There are people who try to protest peacefully, just as Dr. King had done during the many years of his life. In the past year, there has been over 1 million people who get involved in peaceful protests all over the U.S. Martin Luther King Jr. has had a great impact and influence on people from his generation as well as people in my generation. Dr. King focused on his dream, whether people used violence to distract him or anything that he did not like. Dr. King died at the age of 39. He was not able to fulfill his dreams. But his dream is still in the works today through other people. Most fears of people is to be killed one day and not be able to fulfill at least one of their dreams. I am one of those people. Dr. King inspires me every day because he never gave up on his dream, even when his fears were realized. He was a good man, just as he wanted to be, not because of the things he did, but because of the message he gave to other people. Thank you.
Thank you, Destiny. The passion of thought, you've heard it come from two individuals, Grace and Destiny, about how they see Dr. King's dream moving forward. Appreciate the way she included information about what's going on today. Let me just, as we're waiting for the judges to complete their forms, let me just introduce one of the sponsors for this event, an advocate sponsor, our Mayor, Dennis Williams, who just walked in. Our First Lady, for being a part of today's program. Thank you. Are we done? Thank you.